I'm an anthropologist, and I'm interested in living and other crafts. I was born and raised in Transylvania, and that's where I learned weaving when I was like 12 years old from an old woman in the neighborhood. And with this piece, I tried to combine weaving with macrame, which is another technique. And it turned out that it's a bit harder than I thought. So I'm not sure if I'm going to make more of these kind of pieces. In general, what I do weaving, and I'm trying to make pieces which are more both traditional and they can be used today as well. It's like a bit of a combination of some geometrical forms most of the time.
You know, my dear mother left me when I was quite young,
Hey, I'm Lucius. I'm an artist from Germany who just moved to Aarhus, and I brought 6 pictures, 4 you can see here, and also 2 over there, if you mind switch our camera. It's actually my first exhibition in Denmark, so I'm really excited to show some of my stuff.
Cool.
And yeah, I would say my genre of pictures is very pop culture. I try to mix some cartoonish elements, maybe some infantile, childish elements into my pictures, but still keep some degree of academic quality in my work, and have a good contrast between just simple forms and then also detailed spots in my painting. So yeah, maybe I can talk about the process a little more. So usually I start with a sketch on paper, which is just I would say this size, really small, and just get the composition. So for example, face in the middle, the body, and then two blobs, 2 snakes. And I make a couple of them, and if I like one, I then start the digital sketch. And there I think about the colors, also different textures, and just get some of the ideas out. And when you work digitally, it's really nice to work, or it's a really great way to try a lot of different things. So I really experiment, and then once I have what I want, then I go to the canvas and try to make the same textures, but analog. And here you can see in this examples where I have for example here, this really runny texture where I use a lot of oil solvent. And then here you can see a different texture. This is not made by brush, this is toilet paper. Secret. So yeah, I use color and then put toilet paper on top to get this flowery texture. And also here, a different texture where I just used a knife to scrape and try to get the texture of hair without overcomplicating things, but just have the form, have the correct tone, and then try to imitate the texture. And yeah, I like to do really bright, playful pictures. This
some call love, he had for complex formation. Mine tanker har hæfter sig til mine nævner. Tror jeg har tabt mig selv til søens bund blandt
then acts of flint stay. Can ya see?
The sun wept the year I was born. The year I was born, the captain of a ship carrying petrol was fined for a spill, apparently an accident that left waves filled with oil around La Coruña. In the month it took the sun to turn around the earth in an elliptical orbit, car bombs exploded in Colombia, and Medellin was torn between narcos and grieving. Ricky Martin released his second solo album titled You'll Love Me. At that time, Mortal Kombat 2 was released, and it was the 2nd of December when the police killed Pablo Escobar Gaviria in a hood west of Medellin. The year I was born, 1993, a man spent his time begging for love in the radio while others mourned their dead. Parce marica, jueputa, how can there be so much blood? The retins were filled with mortal combats. Black waters slid down the Spanish shore, and my parents brought me into this world in a gesture of love that is still going on. Perhaps we needed a poet who could pause carefully to wonder, someone who writes to life, who tries to string words together, heal what happened under the sun while it turned around. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much.
Okay, my name is Milagros Corcuera. I actually come from Argentina, and I learned about output because of its poster and open call. I was lucky enough to be able to apply and get selected. So tonight I read some poetry in Spanish and in English, my own translation, and I was very glad to share it with the Danish people and the international community here in Aarhus. So I'm very thankful for the generosity of the festival, and also to be able to listen and to watch all this different and diverse art. I think it's very impressive about young artists to be able to display their work in an open and very welcoming space. And I shared some of my poetry, which you can find in Spanish. It's not published in English yet, but I'm very glad it got a warm reception over here. And it was a bit about Greenland, actually, and a bit about Scotland, which I lived the last few months, and a bit about memory and identity as well.
It's not the same when you break it. These things are breaking a heartbeat. No, it's not. It's not the same when you break it. These things are breaking a heartbeat.
Jeg hedder Jessica Stine, og jeg er 23 år gammel, og jeg arbejder primært med skulptur i keramik. Og dem, jeg har med, de hedder... der har jeg den her fod, som hedder dem, der ligger på jorden, hvor man træder på, som jeg synes taler rimelig meget for sig selv. Og ellers så har jeg mit main piece, som er den her fødende kvinde, hvor der kommer sådan babyhoveder ud af hende. Og den kalder jeg Kvinder skal redde velfærdsstaten et barn ad gangen, som er et citat af Lars Løkke. Hvor at for mig symboliserer det her med, at vi bare skal pumpe nogle børn ud i verden, men vi er faktisk mere eller mindre ligeglade med, hvad der så sker efterfølgende med de her børn. Så det er derfor nogle af deres ansigter er krakeleret og halve og i to. Og så har jeg den sidste, som er en hånd med et ansigt, som hedder sådan The Healing Touch.
5 møller i 5 øller, skåler, skyller, æbletop der har hus nær fylder, de døde jeg hylder med 5 møller i 5 møller, 5 øller. 5 øller i 5 øller, skåler, skyller, hvor æbletop der har hus nær fylder, de døde jeg hylder med 5 møller i 5 møller. Den er her, den går eksklusivt ud til dem, der var her før efter mig. Skriver tekster efter mig, lad mig kæfte i en vej til dem, der skulle rest. Jeg har det svært med, jeg lever mit best life efter du forlod. Men liv, det stopper en dag, det var noget du forstod. P, han skøjte lidt rundt efter din død. Det er svært at undvige, når det gør ondt ind i. Vi er alle ligesom grunk ind i. De kan sige, hvad de kan sige, vi har brosten imellem tænderne. I vores taske er der smart, det gode i vores hjerte. Jeres navn ud i natten, vi vil kalde ære jeres liv, og hvilket liv den skal. Skal du afsted før mig, vil der bære med ære. Det gælder dem alle, gælder dem alle. 5 møller i 5 møller, skåler, skyller, æbletop der har hus nær fylder, de døde jeg hylder med 5 møller i 5 møller, 5 øller. 5 øller i 5 øller, skåler, skyller, æbletop der har hus nær fylder, de døde jeg hylder med 5 møller i 5 møller.
Hej, jeg hedder Sofie, og oven på mine pandekager, der kan jeg bedst med sukker. Jeg har prøvet med citron, og det var okay. Og det jeg laver her til Output Festival i dag, det er, at jeg viser recyclet tøj frem, som mig og min partner Celine har malet i hånden. Og det er mega fedt, at vi har fået lov til at komme her og stille op.
Jeg kan bedst lide pandekager med sukker og citron.
Jo, hun sagde, at jeg skulle prøve det med citron. Men vi er glade for at være her.
Helt vildt. Det har været en fantastisk dag. Jeg er bare taknemmelig. Og alle er så søde.
rose op. Jeg har det super fint. Way, der er en rose op. Hun har et super smil. Så der ham der Troels, der kørte galt i sin superbil. Og mange folk her, du mos. Men vær sød med folk, vær super clean. For alt er opnåeligt, hvis du er et svin. Der bruger superlin. Jeg bruger super sukker til at tørre din pige. For hun er toxic som hypoxy. Selvom hun er foxy, så er hun lost it. Der er brug for, der kommer nys boss ind. Ja, du er så bag og super trusty. Hun kårede boller, jeg din bærer. Du så frem og tilbage. Og selv hvis jeg er bag, så nyder jeg alt og har det bedst. For det er smuk for måde, det er fandme pænt. Smuk for måde, det er fandme pænt. Nyder mig bare til at få contain. Så jeg fester til, jeg skal hjem i seng. Hey, du er en steg, hej, du gør det her godt, okay, ja det er dig, der er så selv.
Hello. My name is Katarina. I'm a photographer. And this is the project that I exhibited output number 9 called Mindscapes. And the whole project is a combination of the shrifted photos and the photos from my family archive, as well as the pictures that I took. Most of my pictures are without a frame, and those are that are framed, they are thrifted or from my family archive. And also different elements that I include into the project because I think they are relevant. The whole idea, the whole feeling that I want a person to experience when they look at this combination, at this installation, is a bit unsettling and dark and concerning, but in a way as Alice in the Wonderland is. So it's a dream. It is unsettling, but it is safe and curious, and it is as our background and as our life, full of different influences and backgrounds. So yeah, we are a complex creatures. We are jigsaw puzzles, and with every piece of the Mindscape project, I try to assemble an elements of this jigsaw puzzle.
Hi, my name is Tvetomir, and I'm the artist who is doing this water marbling artworks. I started experimenting with water marbling more than 4 or 5 years ago, and I found a new ways of working with different water marbling techniques. So what happened basically is that with water marbling, there are many things that can go wrong with the painting technique, like paints and water solution. Everything has to work together. And if something goes wrong, then just it doesn't work in the classical way. And exactly one of these mistakes happened and made different patterns that are not coherence in Ireland. That are not common for water marbling. And then I started experimenting and making these different artworks that are mixed between classical water marbling and some unusual aspects of the water marbling painting. So what you can see here is experimental works from experimental Syria. I did more than 300 experiments, and these are the ones that I consider successful. And what's the inspiration behind it? It's just the inspiration is the observation of nature's creativity in the form of colors and movement on the water surface, and then my imagination as just doing the finishing touches until I find the feeling, the balance and harmony in the artwork. And I would say that they ended up still quite interesting for a long time, and now I have very different series that I'm working, like I did more than 40 paintings that I'm preparing for an exhibition in the future. Is it a good song?
Cause I've got my 9 to 5 blues. Yeah, I've got my 9 to 5 blues. You better be sure that I've got my 9 to 5 blues. Yeah, I've got my 9 to 5. I know one day I'll be free. I know one day you'll all be free. Working for no one.